jacked your back up, huh?
Yes,
you did
sir.
it, and you say you did it at work?
Yeah, I did it at work. I got a follow-up appointment tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna go there today because I got my other job tomorrow, so I don't want to slow that job down. So I'm gonna go today.
Oh, what? Where you got a new job at?
So yeah, this is my third weekend there. I'm working for this Airbnb company. I clean exteriors of the house for customers check in after they check out.
Word?
And he pays me $40 to $70 per clean.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, I'm practically making $600 in 2 days.
Wow.
Most of the money's coming from Friday. Saturday, I mean, I'll probably get like 200, maybe 300.
Yeah.
But I mean, Fridays are usually like $400 days.
Really? And you just cleaning up?
Just cleaning up. Like, for example, let's say if I was coming here.
Right.
I go, I blow the leaves off the front porch and back porch. I go around your whole house, look for any spider webs, bird's nest, you know, anything that needs to be knocked down, wasp nest.
Yeah.
But most of the work comes from the boathouse, because most of these properties are lakefront properties. So, you know, those are everybody's spider and their mama's over there.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I mean, once I hit the house once, it's not bad to follow. You know?
Right.
So it's pretty easy. I'm pretty much in and out or getting into that system since I touch most of the houses.
Right.
So it's a pretty easy job. I mean, it's still working out in the heat, but I mean, you take the heat and that's cool. Yeah. But I mean, you got to stay hydrated. I mean, nobody can really just take the heat without nothing. But I mean, you stay hydrated and well fed, you'll be all right.
Right.
At least from my perspective, my experience, not perspective.
Yeah. I mean, if you make $400 in 2 days. I can tolerate the heat for a bit.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, because he usually gives me about 10 cleans Friday, so that's about 400, and then Saturday is usually 5 or more. So
wow.
I mean, if he gave me 10 cleans back to back, I'd be pulling in $800 in 2 days. But so I'm just gonna be working at HEB Sunday through Thursday and Friday to Saturday with him.
Okay. How long does it take you to do the job?
Well, like I said, it all depends. Let's say it's this dude, I haven't met the owner. He lives in Serbia or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude keeps buying houses. So let's just say if I went to one I've already been to, it shouldn't take me too long, unless like something like traumatic happened. We just have
on average, how long? Hour, 30 minutes.
I say 30 minutes on the low end.
Okay.
Because I mean, there's some houses that are quick, but I mean, at the same time, when it's too easy, I still kind of like
go back around.
Yeah. Let me just see real quick. But some of them you do know. But I mean, some of them you can be out in like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And some of them you're there for an hour. You know. But you don't feel the hour because you work and you just I just get out. It's 9:24. Get back in my car. It's 10:15. Like, damn, it took me an hour.
Yeah.
You know, like that type of hour. But I mean, it's pretty convenient because, like I said, we want all the houses done before the guests get there. They give me about 10 houses, and I usually start around 7:38, and I usually finish. Sometimes I have to go over one, but it's mostly drive time that really happens with this job.
Right. Are they all in the area, or they spread it out?
Oh, they're spread out, but let's say, for example, like last time I worked, we had 5 in Horseshoe Bay, 1 in Marble Falls, 1 in Granite Shoals. So what does that put me at? 7, and we had 3 in Kingsland. Actually, the 3 I didn't. 2 of them I did in Kingsland are down this road. Actually, if you keep going down and then take a left on your street, you keep going down and like a couple more miles after you hit that Y, and you hit, I forget what county road it is, but it's like one of the first county roads you see. Mm-hmm. And you hit that left and you go down, and you're right into some lakefront properties, and we got 2 of them down there.
Oh, okay.
And then of course I don't know if that was River Oaks or if River Oaks is to my left, but we got some more by the convenience store on those lakefronts over there, where the railroad tracks is before it goes up the hill when you're leaving things.
By Waypoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, and he got some more right there where the bridge is, crossing over, but I haven't been to those. I'm mostly the Horseshoe Bay dude. Okay.
Do you pay for your gas, or you got to pay your own gas?
I pay my own gas, but the good thing is I've been keeping all my receipts. I mean, so even the gas I just put in my car today, I'm not working from today. I mean, that's going to get written off. You know what I mean? I'm going to put that to the side, and that's a wrap there. Yeah. And then just, instead of paying money back in the year, they could be paying me. But on top of that, I'm working a W-2 job, working 40 hours. So, I mean, that should be cool as long as I stay up. You know what I mean? As long as I stay on the grind, it should be cool.
Right. what's up, man.
But yeah, that's what happened in a nutshell. So this whole week I've just been resting. I tried going back to work Sunday and Monday, and I just kept tweaking. And just doing the smallest things. So I think I just took the Lord's advice, and I think the Lord wanted me just to get some rest, you know. That's the only thing. Because now I feel like 90% today, you know, maybe 85, but I mean, way better than 30s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. But I can't complain because somebody out there is still dealing with it.
That's right.
You still got to work through it, you know. I was fortunate that HEB was, well, I was in the position I was in, you know, to still get paid while not being there and all that stuff. So
that's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
Phew. Ain't missing no paycheck.
Yep, and that's a cool thing too with this job I get, because HEB pays Thursdays, but you know, if you got the bank account, it comes Wednesday, or if you got the other bank account, it comes Tuesday, but mine comes Wednesday. And the other job pays me on Wednesday, so I get paid twice on Wednesdays. So it's and it's weekly on both the jobs, so that's cool. I just want to know what it looks like after the summertime at this job.
Yeah,
because he has more than just what I'm doing, man. I just, you know.
How you found that gig, man?
What was that, sir?
I said, how did you find that gig?
Oh, my mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she worked. I don't know how she found out about the gig, but the company's called Horseshoe Bay Living, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, she's one of the inspectors for the house, is to check to see if the cleaners did their job.
Oh, okay.
Or if, like, you know, a guest says the door handle's messed up, she'll go see if that's like something they can fix, you know, or we're gonna get something else, like contract somebody out, you know. Right. Most of the time, it's stuff you can like fix yourself, you know. But yeah, that's how I found about that gig. I don't know how she found about it, but I mean, this dude got money for days, dude.
Laid in the shade, huh?
Yeah, I mean, across the water. I couldn't tell you what Serbia was on the map. I think it's like middle. It's like West Russia, like Southwest Russia, but don't quote me.
You're making money way over there.
And him and his wife was living over here, but one of the dudes, he told me it was a true story that I guess they were living in Austin. Don't tell me about the city. They were living somewhere in Texas where there was a school shooting. That scared the wife when she got out of here. So yeah, you know that American propaganda. Like, I ain't gonna bat an eye until they say, until they start marching take guns, you know? Because I don't own guns, but you ain't gonna come to march and take guns, you know what I mean? Yeah,
they've been talking about that, but that ain't gonna never happen.
At least not in this area.
Not in this country. They ain't, well, the gun owners in the United States, they ain't nowhere. Well, the government, there would be a war.
Oh no, you ain't lying, because I'm gonna bring on the Second Amendment. But I mean, see how things can go. I can see how this will be Civil War times.
Oh yeah,
but like, because we would give it to give the states the power. It's just like kind of how we like took from them and kind of give it back to them. But like give them or even give it to local governments to let them decide if they want guns in their county, you know. And I can see that starting somewhere in California. I mean, like possibilities. It's not like possible. I don't see it happening, but I mean, like I can see California or New York doing some weird stuff.
Yeah. Well, they gun laws already suck there.
Yeah.
That's why you go to California, New York, and you better make sure if you're gun owner, you better make sure your papers are line on line, precept after precept, because their laws for guns are jacked up. That's why I guess I've been to California. Never really, I didn't like the idea of me not having my gun, you know. But I think that's the only state that I've went to where I didn't have my gun with me. Anytime I go out of town, I bring my guns. Normally, that's why I like to stay around southern states, where a lot of the states that what's the word I'm looking for? They accept Texas as a license to carry.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, shout out to reciprocity in a lot of other states, especially a lot of the southern states and stuff. But I haven't been gung ho to go to New York.
Well, that'd be a weird one. I mean, but I mean,
can't. I mean, bro, you get caught with a gun in New York, bro. You. Sheesh.
New York's too big for me. There's too many. There's too many people over there. That's too many possibilities. But I'd like to go one day.
Yeah,
This
you
is
know, me
taking
and my
it.
wife been talking about doing it, but I guess I ain't in no rush. I guess. You know.
I hear that. Trust me, I'm in no rush to get to New York. I wouldn't mind seeing it one day. Just to see the cultures, you know what I mean? That main reason to see it.
Yeah. How the family, everybody good?
Yeah, everybody's good. The baby's doing awesome. I mean, she's growing. I mean, she's getting bigger. She was born in like the second week of March or something like that, so April, May. So she's well over 3 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's talking more, you know, not making sense, but she's talking, you know.
Yeah.
Especially when I look at her, she's always trying to say something. One day she's gonna say D, you know. I'm gonna get her to say it. But Cerny's doing good. She's good. She put her 2 weeks in a horseshoe bay because she's gonna start doing what my mother does, but in a sense of just cleaning more of the house. You know, my mom inspects, but you know, not everybody works hard, so my mom had to clean up after some of the cleaners.
Right.
But my sister will be cleaning the houses, and she gets pretty good doing that. I think her Andrew, he's over there, the baby dad, he's still at Horseshoe Bay. I think he's serving.
He's holding it down.
Yes, sir. And then, yeah, everybody's doing good. Dre's doing good. My little brother, he's out in school. He's in his last semester this summer, and he's already looking at other jobs. I just don't know what city he's gonna dwell in after. And then me and the pods were cool. I mean, we talk more on the regular, try to get that wisdom from them, and just seem to talk because I mean, like that's the love, you know.
Yeah, man. You only get one biological pops.
You ain't lying about that.
You only get one of them, bro. I always tell people, man, you know, if your parents still alive, man, look, cherish them, because once they're gone, they're gone. They're not coming back. Hopefully we'll be able to send them to pearly gates, but on Earth, they ain't coming back, man. I guess I think the older I get, the more I miss my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. I am grateful that when they passed, we left. They passed on good terms with no issues. You know what I'm saying? Wish I could have spent more time with them, of course.
Yes, sir.
But you know, we left with a good memory.
Hey man, that's like an ass. I mean, that's what all I would like, you know.
Yeah. So man, I always tell people, man, if your folks still alive, you make sure you talk to them. Call them regularly, tell them you love them.
It's because if I had a second like biological daughter, second like quote unquote down there, it'd be my Reverend Thompson. You know, he's good people, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on the phone we could talk on the phone for hours, and it felt like 15 minutes. You know, like I like that the guys put a lot of strong people around me. You know.
Yeah.
I finally see more into that village he was speaking of.
Mm-hmm. It's necessary, bro.
It really is. I was talking to my evangelist yesterday, and it was cool because it was just a coincidence I ended up talking to her because I came back from the car wash because I wanted to wash my car, but also see how physically I could do, you know, in that heat. I was like, but everything was cool, and then my sister Pumpkin and Evangelist Kenny drove in front of me, and she waved like this. Like nobody waved. I mean, it was like this, and I was like, "Oh, did she want me to follow her?" So I followed her home.
Yeah.
And she lives on the same street as me, and she said she was just waving, but then I saw Evangelist with her, so we chopped it up for like a good 20 minutes, and man, it's awesome talking to church folk. I mean, those are the church folk I grew up with, you know, so they're practically like family to me. So,
right.
But it's crazy to talk to some sane Christian. It's awesome to talk to sane Christian people in this world, you know, because like I'm kind of learning day by day, even though I still mess up.
Right.
But this world wasn't made for me, or I don't fit in. You know, I mean, I could be overstating something, but I mean, I just feel like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it better than that.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm talking about how this world acts, you know, people act like, man, I it's either get like that or don't. I ain't trying to get like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes it easier though, you know?
Yeah.
Not to love the world. or I love the things in the world, you know.
Right.
I mean, I love the earth, what Lord's created, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
I was telling my brother the other day, he created something so beautiful. We wake up every day and see it, and it's still beautiful, if not more beautiful than the day it was before. You know, I'm talking about the trees, the sky, and all that good stuff. Like, I'll never get old looking at that.
Yeah, man. Sometimes, you know, you look up in the sky, and you be like, man. You look at God's artistic creation, it's amazing. Or to see the sun go down a certain way. Or when you're traveling, and you know how you be traveling, you just see all just fields of grass.
Yes, sir.
It just look like it's all evenly cut.
Yes,
somebody cut it, but it's still God's creation, man. How he, you know, just mapped this piece of land out the way it is, up in the mountains and stuff, man.
Yeah, the mountain, man. I love the mountains.
Yeah,
I'm a mountain dude. I mean, I wasn't until I went to Colorado to work in the ski resort when I was 18, when I had that lightning in a bottle chance to go do that. It was awesome. Like I was telling my dad the other day, when I had that money, I lived 6 months in Colorado, 6 months in Texas. You know, right now I'd be in Colorado now.
Oh yeah, because it's probably nice. It's probably cool up there.
Yes, sir. And then by the time that snow starts coming, like, well, it can start coming in September, but I'll be out of there probably November, December.
Oh, it starts snowing around September in Colorado?
Yes, sir. Like in those mountains.
What?
Yes, sir. And it goes all the way to June.
It snows?
Snows.
Jesus.
Like,
it literally stays cold. Man, golly, bro.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like, you know, it's like seasonal. I mean, I know it snows, but I'm thinking maybe they don't really have a summer.
No, they do, because once that snow's gone, it's gone. Because after the snow.
But if it come back in July.
Oh no! See, once it come back.
I mean June.
So like, so we start the season from like late October and we go to May. That's where we usually go, and then we play it by ear after that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So June's there. That's because we got lucky. But I mean, we get lucky a lot. But after that, the snow goes away, and then all the trails are gone, or all the snow trails are gone, and now you got all the bike trails. So it turns
it becomes into a bike trail. Oh wow! And you ever be riding their bikes way up there, bro?
Yes, sir. I mean,
Jesus.
Some of them. I mean, not even the easy stuff you can ski on. Everything's still inclined. Everything on there is inclined, and there's some tight squeezes on there. You have to be crazy to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've lived all you wanted to live, and you were like, you know what? You know tomorrow's not promised if you go turn.
Yeah.
You know that for sure. Because like I couldn't. Because like I said, those inclines. I mean, even because it goes green's the easiest, and you got blues, advanced, and black's the hardest.
Right.
And even on the greens, I wouldn't take a bike on there.
Yeah.
Because those are the easy ones, and
some people just.
And on top of that, taking your bike on the lift chair and holding that thing, oh, I'm good.
Oh, no.
I'm good. I'm pretty sure they made it like work kind of easy, where it kind of lay on there, but I'm not going to worry about holding the bike.
Yeah.
I'm worry about seeing if this chair don't keep moving. You know what I mean?
Real.
Trust me, this chair starts moving, this bike's first thing to go.
I'm telling you.
But yeah,
mess around and stop, and you just swing in midair.
Oh, yeah, that's how it would be sometimes. So like,
for real?
Oh yeah, so it would be like that sometimes, because like the thing is, the chairs are ever revolving.
Yeah.
So we get the person to go, they go, and we get the next person ready, they go, and like, so let's just say somebody falls down, or they just jump the gun too early or too late. I gotta hit that stop, because it turns into a hazardous situation there. Some people get dragged, some people get hit with that chair. So you hit that stop, and next thing you know, you just stopped right there. But most of the lifts though, 95% of them at least have a lot of snow on the bottom.
Yeah.
So if you did have to, make the little jump, it's not too. I mean, there's worse, you know. But there's some
falling on it, it.
Yes, sir. But there's some where it goes over some rocks, and and you know how you can see those rocks in the snow? Like, that's the place you don't want to fall.
Yes.
Because
you hitting it.
Yes, sir.
You'll hurt yourself.
And that's a good thing, because every single day, morning and you did it at night. I never saw them in the mornings. At least every night, or maybe I did see them in the mornings because I wasn't there at night. they would have these big old tractor-looking machines just packing all the trails, packing all that snow down, so we avoid all that. And we never had an incident. Like, from that reason.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good, sir. Give me time to call a friend because I thought I was gonna catch him at the shop today.
Yeah.
Give him some whiskey for his birthday.
Oh, okay.
Because I was working overnight. Yep. Oh no, you're good, man. You have a great day. What was it? His birthday was on a Sunday, and I forgot. And I worked overnight that Saturday night. And I know he likes guns, bikes, and whiskey. You know. And I couldn't. I know he probably has every caliber of gun under the sun. But I was like, you know, I'm never gonna bother around ammo. I don't know what he needs for these bikes because I mean, there's so much. And then I was like, you know what, whiskey. And then of course it was Sunday, I couldn't buy it. So I just got him a Texas Roadhouse gift card and that. So that. And I told him I owed him that whiskey. So
HEB doesn't sell alcohol on Sundays?
I don't know.
Oh, when you said you couldn't buy it.
Oh yeah, I was looking for the whiskey. I don't know if HEB sells whiskey though.
Oh, okay.
If they did, then whoo-wee.
Well, some stores, I guess my point of asking, some stores still do that on Sundays.
Oh yes, sir.
Buy. Oh wow.
Yeah, this one I was looking for some liquor.
Oh okay.
Yeah, because
on Sundays you can't buy it.
Yes, as far as I could send, I don't think.
What? I didn't know they still.
I heard something like that. I don't know. I just
know they still did that, man. Because back in the day, bro. Back in the day, you couldn't buy alcohol on a Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, man. That was an actual law. Well, I know when I was growing up in Memphis, like on Sundays, they would put a lock on all of the alcohol. You know, where they would have it all stocked up, beer and everything. You cannot buy none of that on a Sunday.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think you can buy it like after 12 o'clock on Sunday.
Really?
But I mean, that's like the beer. I don't know where you can get liquor from. I mean, if they have it, you know, I know HEB got wine and stuff, you know, but
I mean, I don't drink, so I don't know how it is these days, you know what I'm saying? But I know back in the day.
You know, when I get my other half, I'll be into some wine tasting and all that. Yeah. For now, I'm cool. I mean, drinking it negatively affects me. It gives me headaches. You know?
Yeah. I
don't like throwing up either. You know.
Yeah. I never was a heavy drinker. You know what I'm saying? Because I always like to be, you know, in sound mind.
I hear that.
You know, but you know, even as I became a Christian, and you start to realize, you know, alcohol ain't beneficial to you. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know it's one of those debates where, you know, man, I think, you know, it's okay to drink. Some people think it's not. I mean, it's debatable. I choose not to debate about it, but if you ask,
but you know, I'm on your side with it. Just
right.
You know,
if you ask my stance about it, like, man, I don't think it's wise for you to drink because it will change your, you know, mess up your judgment, man. Like King Herod, you know what I'm saying? He ended up killing John the Baptist.
Oh yes, sir.
On the strength of, you know, he was drinking and old girl was dancing for him, and he was like, ask me if my king, I give you anything you want. And she said, I want the head of John the Baptist. But he was under the influence of drinking because they was at a party. He was full of that liquor. And he being the king, he couldn't go back on his word, so he had to see it through. Yeah, but just imagine if he wasn't drinking.
Yeah, he would, because he liked him. I mean, at least from what I read, he didn't hate him.
He had no issue.
Yeah,
he didn't necessarily have no issue, but he had to follow through because of him being the king.
I mean, he probably wouldn't. He probably
and he in the strip club, he was like, yeah, whatever you want, I'm gonna give it to you. She said, oh yeah, I want John the Baptist's head clean chopped off, and he couldn't back up on it because he was the king. He couldn't back up on the word. He had to see it through. You know, of course, you know, that was a part of the, you know, God's plan, you know, for that to happen. You know, with John the Baptist, all of that had to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that, you know, him being under that influence of the drinking, you know,
that's why I mean,
couldn't back down, man. You know, he wildin'. Yeah, I'll give you anything you want. Doesn't matter, you know, you're not. Well, you know, I I ain't never been into strip clubs neither, but
Same.
I can just imagine, you know, you in the strip club with your homies and you full of that liquor.
Yeah, people start acting different, huh?
Yeah, but look, you wake up the next day, you don't know what happened.
See, man, that's why like me, I lean towards more into smoking. When I do, you know what I mean?
Well, that ain't necessarily good for you either, because you're scared to follow the tempo,
Yeah, I mean, if you get high, but I mean, you can hit it once and that's bud, you know? Or you can even hit the whole thing in that. I mean, you can, let's say, you can smoke some weed and still be in a sound mind compared to like drinking alcohol. From my experience, you know what I mean? You'd have to feel the law to really become a fool, you know what I mean? And I say as long as you don't become a fool, then you're straight.
Right. But then it boils down to our bodies being a temple, being God's temple. You know what I'm saying? How do two spirits, how does that work? Two spirits in one body.
Because we's the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying we's the spirit?
It's of another influence.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking at it as a plant that has life. And to see that.
I'm laughing because I've recently had this conversation with.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, weed has helped me way more than alcohol will ever will, especially with this bag stuff. Oh yeah, I took down that cyclobenzapine. I put that down. I down it for you.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. Okay, it's one thing if it's for medical purposes, but then it's another thing if it's just for pleasure. And if God if He tries the reins of our heart, then He knows the intent of our heart. Am I really smoking this because I want the pain to be eased, or am I smoking because I want to feel good and get high?
Man, it's both. It's both. But I mean, you can do it without getting high. You can like, I don't know if you smoke weed yourself.
I have. But I mean, I have smoked plenty.
There's a difference of like getting high and smoking.
I've almost cut my thumb off under the influence of being high.
Oh yeah, you smoking a lot of stuff.
I know. I smoked a lot of stuff when I was young.
You sound like you got that. Yeah, that's like that's.
No, it wouldn't lace.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm joking with you because like if you're smoking some weed and make you want to cut your thumb off, that is not right.
It didn't make me cut my thumb. I was at work. I was under the influence and not paying attention.
Oh, so now
cutting some meat. I was cutting some meat and not paying attention because I was still that low.
Oh yeah, well that's a different thing. Smoking at work, I wouldn't smoke at work. But I mean, at the end of the day,
no, you're missing the point. On my way to work.
Oh, on the way to work. I mean, I wouldn't go into work. I'm going to work.
On my way to work.
Yeah, no, I gotta make sure I'm straight.
But I know that conversation is debatable. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm laughing because all of the points that you're making, I just recently had a conversation with a young buck that was telling me the same thing.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you this: I could throw it out there in the middle of the yard and think of bro, and it'll produce more, just to produce more. I could throw some beer or liquor out there, and it won't do nothing.
I hear you.
You know.
I feel you.
And then plus, too, I mean, he mentioned it. It's a plant that bears seeds.
Oh yeah, where you mentioned it? Where you mentioned weed at?
Yeah, so talking about the seeds. It's a plant that bears seeds, you know. And he talked about trees and seeds and all that stuff, bearing seeds. Weed is a plant that bears seeds to make more. Native to Asia and Africa. That's my thought.
I feel you.
And if it didn't have seeds in it, that's a whole nother question.
And majority of the stuff that they grow these days are chemical induced and very lacking seeds thereof. The root of it may start out with seeds, but the stuff that they making today is laced chemically induced. So
yeah, if you buy that legal stuff in the store, yes sir. If you get that CBD stuff, like what they're doing in Texas, oh yeah, we good. Yeah, my stuff comes from that state, and that's expensive. Yeah, don't use chemicals. They don't spray nothing on the plants to keep the bugs away. Strictly hydroponic. That's what I like to. Unless you just have to, go after Asian that stuff is growing out there. But you can't get that in Texas.
yeah, it's illegal.
Or even Colorado. I mean, you don't walk out there and shoot too.
And then there's a thing of, you know, see that thing can that can keep going, that can go on and on and on. It's one thing, you know, for like even for some states to legalize it, you know, it's like that's the law of the land, so you can kind of, if there's any saving grace or any justifiable means, you go, oh man, it's legal here. It ain't legal in Texas. So it's like if you get caught, it's like, oh man, you know, I don't know, man. That's how I narrow it down. And again, you're not the only one I've had this conversation with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of, you know, have like the same, you know, same facts. I mean, well, I won't say facts that you have. When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's whatever conviction you have. Me personally, as a believer, as a Christian, I don't think that, you know, it's good for you to use anything. You know? Or, you know, or some people might say, well, man, I just needed to stress. I need to stress or relax. Well, man, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna ask God to help me here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go read my Bible. You know what I'm saying? And again, somebody that, you know, did a lot of that when I was young. I just know what the effects of it did to me. You know, so, but at the end of the day, to each his own. I won't knock you because that's what if you feel that's okay. Hey man, no way. Look,
so if that's the case, why do you think the Lord made it? Just to test us not to do something?
I would say this. I believe in the beginning, when God created everything, He said He made everything good, right? I totally believe in with Him making a plant, and even thinking about it now, there is good to it. You know what I'm saying? It helps people with cancer. It came where it helps people with pain and stuff. I get the good aspect of it, but we as human beings, because of the sinful nature that we have made it evil and corrupted today.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about weed itself is not an evil.
No, I'm not. No, no, it's not.
It's to the person. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I'm not saying.
You know what I mean, I could have got high before I did, but I'm like, no, I got more sense. Like, I don't really need to.
Right. I mean, I won't. No, God created it. In the beginning, He made everything good. It was man that brought the evil intent with it. It was from the garden when Adam and Eve disobeyed, and as now life is starting. Mm-hmm. That aspect of life is starting because that wasn't never supposed to be meant for us. But because of what happened in the garden, now we being able to sense and see and having this creative aspect and just what we do. Because man, you think about all the stuff, like if it's about just smoking weed, mm-hmm. Why not let it just be about smoking weed? Why you got to add something extra to it to just make it much stronger? Why can't it be what it is? But see, that's the intent, that's the evil intent of men's heart. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking about this the other day. I remember the first time I did smoke weed. I had to be like 9th grade freshman in high school, young, and I remember I got so high that from that point on, I kept on trying to taste that high. But check this out: the dudes that turned the two guys that hooked me onto it. These brothers here, they start graduating on to other stuff because what was happening, it was continuing trying to taste that one high. That's their first high that they got from the very beginning. So now, weed ain't cutting it anymore. Now we got to try a little, and at that time, the next thing for you know young brothers, especially we musicians, young cats to do is start snorting a little cocaine. So now snorting powder became a thing because you're still trying to chase that first high from the weed. You snort enough cocaine, and you can't get high off that no more. So the next thing that happened in New Orleans that became a thing, now you got young dudes still in their teens snorting heroin, and it just keep on, bruh. We had our youth group. We doing a mission trip to New Orleans where we went back to New Orleans to go do some work out there, the urban mission trip. Mm-hmm. And they got the brother, actually, the guy that got me hooked on weed. We took a day where we just went and walked around and toured the city. And there's a restaurant called Cafe Du Monde where they sell beignets. And the brother that got me hooked on weed, he was outside playing with a second line band. Second line bands is, it's a traditional band that's in New Orleans, part of like the New Orleans tradition. My partner, Aaron, that was his name. When I seen him out there playing, me and Aaron got to be the same age, right? But Aaron looked like he about 60 years old. Because he got hooked on them drugs, and they ain't never been the same. So now at that time, I was 45. The first year I seen him, we went 45. Aaron was looking like he was 55. He looked at least 10 years older than me. But when I seen him, I knew what it was. He was hooked on them drugs and still chasing that high from when we were smoking on the back of the school steps when we were teenagers. So, because of the evil intent of, yes ma'am, okay babe, because of the evil intent of our hearts, we corrupt things, we make it bad, you know what I'm saying, and of course, and it's easy to, and it's almost like, well dang, Big Pharma is evil, True that. You talking about companies that's selling legal opiums. You know what I'm saying? So but it's just the evil intent of things, man. So I'm not gonna say weed, the marijuana, the herb plant is wrong because God created it. I'm sure when He created it with good intents. I'm sure of it. But because of our human nature and our fleshly desires, we make it bad. Humans make it bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And because of the sinful nature going on, because I'm sure even in the Bible days, you had jokers that was getting high. I'm sure they probably had some weed at King Herod's party. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But they was using it from an evil intent. That's why, again, you know what I'm saying, it's a heart matter. It's a heart thing when it all boils down to it. You know what I'm saying? Because, and the Lord knows if we using this for pain, or if we using it as not to get hooked on these pharmaceutical drugs that will probably kill you quicker or hurt you more.
They already have.
You know what I'm saying? And they got statistics showing that. I agree with that. But again, you also know if he using it to get away from a pain, to numb your thoughts, the stress of life, and then he was like, okay, well, where do I fit in and all that? You know what I'm saying? Am I not powerful enough to get rid of the stress and this and that? At one time, I didn't think so. That's why I smoke weed. But now, as a believer, I'm learning that, hey man, God is sufficient for me, but that's my personal stance and conviction. Again, to each his own. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you still my man in $100 grand. Mm-hmm. I ain't knocking you because you like to partake of the substance.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, plant substance sounds like.
The plants. I'm still substance because I know they add herbal haze.
Because like me, I'm very literal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I take but you know,
Yeah, I got
practically, I'm practically like a debater, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing I probably would be hesitant on was that dude being a gateway drug and all that stuff. And what did you say before? When I smoked weed too, though.
Now see, but
Because I've seen people who've done pills, heroin, coke, who've never smoked weed, which is crazy because I don't know how you can do it. Not gonna go weed.
But to that point, you're saying that it's not a gateway drug. In my experience, I've seen where that drug opened up a path of chasing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. It goes from both ways, and then also too, one that I haven't seen though that you caught me on.
What's that?
Was that when you said you first got high, you kept trying to chase that high. It's like I've never.
Oh yeah. Man, I mean, the first time I smoked, bro, as a teenager,
the first time I
was like 15, 16 years old when I started smoking weed, bro. And man, I it felt so good. I remember I was so high. We was on the back of the school steps. And we jumped over the fence. As I'm jumping over the fence, I'm falling over the fence. And I'm sure whatever we were smoking at that time wasn't even like no high potency. But it's almost like when you take if you haven't took I take 5 hours when I was driving a vehicle, when I was driving, I would always take 5 hours.
Okay.
I noticed my body would get immune to them, so I wouldn't take them every day. But if I take a 5 hour today and then don't take one till next week, I can feel. So it's like that first time of me smoking, whatever we smoking wasn't no high potency, but
that was just the first.
It was the first time, and it was potent to my system.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just never heard that one.
Oh yeah, no, yes indeed, man.
I've heard that. I mean, I've had that same experience with my acid.
Man, I mean, and it's like, man, come on, man, can we go? Look, every time we get together, man, let's go smoke. You know what I'm saying? When I was playing with a brass band before we would go to practice, bro. Let's go have a session.
Terrible. I mean, that's terrible. That must be hard.
Let's go smoke something. And then, you know, I was just blessed where, like I told you, I never wanted to be that unsober or out whacked out. You know what I'm saying? I know my homeboys, they would be so high, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then them just was getting creative. That's when they start shotgunning. You get your oxygen mask.
Oh yeah, I've never had that shotgun.
And they you know, where they hit you with one of these. You hit you like then they blow in you, boy. Them, you know, because you trying to get that buzz out. And bro, I'm telling you, I watch my homeboys graduate from drug to drug. By the time they got to the powder, I said, nah, bro, I'm good.
Yeah,